Hello and welcome. It is 10:30 on a Saturday night, and it is time for even more Untold Chronicles. Tonight we are revisiting Dust, where we find our protagonists in a tomb at the moment. It's going to be super exciting to see what happens. We couldn't run it 2 weeks ago because of technical problems, and I'm really pleased that we can catch up now. So first and foremost, as always, hellos, welcomes, and thank yous. Hello to all our people in chat and anybody that's watching on catch up with video on demand or YouTube. Thank you very much for supporting us. Hello and thank you to all of our players. Without you, obviously, there would be no game, and we really appreciate that. We'll do introductions in a moment or so. And sort of last but not least, a big thank you to Hero Forge. Many of the character images are designed using Hero Forge, a wonderful way to create your own custom miniatures, get them 3D printed. You can find them at www.heroforge.com. Please note that anything mentioned on the stream may not represent the view or beliefs of Hero Forge, a Sky Casual Studios LLC product. So check them out. They are amazing, and all the images you can see of our characters tonight are designed on their website. So we only have an hour and a half, and we have a lot of tomb to explore. So let us go straight across to our characters, and I'll get you to introduce yourselves one at a time. Not just your character, but the player. Let us know the player behind the character. Thank you very much, Gifter. That means that whoever is anonymous, and I've got a feeling I know who it is, but whoever it is, can obviously donate a HAP point. HAP is something that we're using in the game, which stands for Heroic Action Point, and it allows quite simply a re-roll of a d20 roll. We will be using those donations tonight. If you are a player and are a subscriber, you automatically get one free HAP that you can donate to yourself or to another player anytime during the same calendar month. I got sidetracked with that beautiful subscription. So without further ado, Sakat, please introduce yourself and your character.
Good evening. I am Matt. I'm Stealth over on the Discord channel.
Yeah.
And I am playing Sakat, the Tabaxi Paladin.
Yeah, and it's going to be an interesting one for you, sort of wrangling these, well, let's face it, tomb explorers is perhaps the kindest word to describe them. Then we move to Zach. Hello, Zach.
Cool. I'm M, also on several other platforms as well. Many of you probably know who I am, but I play Zachariel, or Zach, an Asimir rogue who is mostly just slightly dodgy and dubious.
Awesome. I think that's the word you're looking for.
Awesome. I am awesome.
I mean, just look at that image. Got the red coat, the black wings. Amazing. And then we move to Al-Adin.
Hello. Thanks, Andy. I'm Cal. I'll be playing Ali. I'm liberating treasures from tombs for the masses. This stuff belongs in a museum, not in some church. As long as the museum pays me well, that's where it belongs. Yeah.
There goes that inner monologue again. And then last, but I keep saying last but not least, but literally it is last but not least, Drew.
Hi, it's Pete, and I'm playing Drew, who is a total archaeologist trying to outdo his brother, who has been responsible for some great finds over the years. But Drew knows that he can do better.
Brilliant. You're a little bit quiet on mine, so I'm going to turn you up for the rest of the the rest of the stream. That should be okay. Fantastic stuff. So, as you know, if you've been following Untold Chronicles, we have been upgrading the campaigns. So we need to recreate what was happening last time. So we'll put our players down, and we had an encounter as well going on. All of these have been sorted on our brand new stream. I think this is going to be good enough. So to zoom in for our chat, you had made your way down to the room with the chariot. I believe Aladdin was looking at this chest at the moment. I think, had you managed to open it, or were you just examining the
Yeah,
chest?
I think I might have rolled a nat 20.
Fantastic.
I managed to pop it open with just a flick of a finger, really. Yeah.
Perfect. But I don't think you got the contents from the chest, is that?
No, because by then, obviously, Sakat disturbed some spirit. It was nothing to do with me.
Yeah.
And then we had to end it at that point, at that
That's
cliffhanger.
okay. I thought so. I've
Mhm.
made sure I've listed the items that are in there for your perusal in a second. Meanwhile, Zach and Drew entered this area here, and you had seen that there were 4 masks on there representing 4 of the gods. There was I think it was Isis, Nephis, Anubis, and Osiris. The masks were very nice and worth a small fortune, sort of 75 gold each, and you had taken those down very carefully. Whilst you were doing all of this, Sakat was overseeing. Where was you, Sakat? Were you kind of there, or were you further up?
I
I can't
think
see
was
the
further
map at the
forward than
moment.
That is because obviously I'm sharing the map with everybody else, but not yourselves. There we go.
I think he was closer. He might have been in the other room because I think Zach, after getting the masks, was near the chest with me.
Hmm.
I think that's how it was, and
Yeah, I was
Brew was
actually helping.
probably looking at some inscription on the wall or something like that.
Okay. Okay, so oops, let's do that. I think that should have sorted out that all there. So do you think it further up?
That looks about right for where I
Yeah.
was.
I mean, it's, you're within either fleeing distance or not. So when things got touched, realistically, although it can be reframed, sort of in this chamber here, this vengeful spirit began to arrive. Its eyes flashing with vengeance and malevolence, and I think we will go to initiatives, please. Just use a cat.
I have rolled.
Did you?
Appears not to have done it properly.
Yeah, you might need to double click. If you go to your character sheet, initiative is slap bang in the middle of the main page. That's it. Very nice. A nice
There we go.
17.
Saved that time.
Perfect. And we are good to go. And the good news is that all of you get to go before this vengeful spirit. It's slowly awakening from a very long slumber. Zach, it is your turn. What would you like to do?
There's a ghost that's appeared, so I am going to move behind Sakat and hold my action. I'm going to try and ready a dagger to see if that will do anything. The silvered one that I have. now.
Okay, very nice. And we move to Drew.
That's quite a terrifying thing that's appearing there.
Sorry, I will unlock the map for you. You can move now. Yeah, I mean, I don't know whether you've actually encountered these kind of things before when you take from tombs. You've certainly heard of rumours of curses and the like, and it seems that some of them are actually true.
He's gonna creep up a bit tentatively, and from that range, he's gonna take a shot with his hand crossbow.
Perfect.
Kind of like might be a bit wobbly if this doesn't hit very well, or if the bolt just goes straight through it and rattles off the floor. Anything could happen.
You're bound to hit with your rolls from yesterday. Secret is, let us target the dude. You did get a 20, and the armor class is only 12. Oh, I'll let them know what their armor class is. Yes, so a 20 is a hit, and you are targeting it at the moment.
Okay, brilliant. I shall try and see if that actually stuck in anything.
You do some
Great.
damage to it. Not fully hurting it, as you are right. It's kind of ethereal, and the dagger sort of goes through it and pulls it out. Anything else you want to do?
I'm gonna stand the line. I'm shaking a bit though. That looks really terrifying.
Okay, so we move to Sakat. You don't need a religion roll to know that this is a undead.
Okay.
Just seeing that it was
not
hurt, can I throw my dagger?
Yes, if you had a held action, if you want to target it, which is Control left click. Perfect. Oops, no, you haven't yet, Zach. That's it. You've targeted it now, and click on your dagger. You click on the dice where under action sheet. That is perfect. Very good. You definitely hit as well. Give me some daggered action. Now this is a silver dagger. So it does resist it even though it's silvered. But you do some damage to it, you'll be pleased to know. Then we move back to Sakat. You have the rest of your turn ahead of you.
Well, there are things I could be doing. Don't know if I want to be doing them yet. Well, Sakat has been taught that the only real action is to get stuck in. So, drawing her short sword, you're going to barrel into the vengeful spirit. What can go wrong?
Wow. Okay.
And we're going to take a swing at it.
You hit. All three of you have got 20s so far.
It's a good start so far.
Okay. It is partially resistant to that.
I am going to spend one of my 2 first level spell slots. And I'm going to Divine Smite.
Very nice. I think that is
which is 2d8 radiant damage for the first level slot, and a third dice because it is actually undead. Ooh, how do we click multiple dice here?
You are trying to... Have you got Divine Smite set up as an action?
I have not.
Oh, you have Smite there. So how many dice would it be?
It would be 3d8.
3d8. So if you go to the d8 at the bottom and left click it, or sorry, right click on it, You can pick up times
there we
3,
go.
and you can just make sure you roll it in the box so that we know what is going on. Wow, that is nice. That's 10 points. And this is radiant damage.
It is radiant.
Yeah, so it isn't vulnerable, but it is neither resistant or immune to radiant. So you do that full 10 points of damage, and that's very good. That is heavily wounded it with that smite there.
I'll be leaping in with a growl.
Yeah, very, very powerful attack. And then we move to Ali.
Okay. So Ali's looking in the chest at the moment, and he hears a bit of a scuffle. He'll just put his head round the corner. Oh, look, your gods, and this is what your afterlife will look like, Zakat. Very nice. And he'll take a little step across. And bonus action, he will point at the vengeful spirit with a crystal and go, "If he curses you," as I cast the Curse of Ifi on that.
Nice.
I think that's cast it on me, hopefully.
Yeah, 1d6 necrotic done to you.
So now I will take aim with my finger, and I will cast a Cosmic Blast at it.
That sounds impressive. Cosmic Blast hits, and I hate to say it, because I know you're going to enjoy this. That is 10 more than its armor class, over 10 more than its armor class, so that counts as a critical hit.
How do I do that when I just press the damage?
So certainly for your damage, when you go to your actions, if you go to the damage, what Cosmic Blast is basically
1d10 plus,
Yeah.
because I've
So-
got agonizing blast
Yeah.
as well, so it's
If-
+3.
if you left click on it and begin to drag the dice, whilst you're holding the dice, you can right
I see.
click and add an
There we
extra
go.
dice to it. This is probably going to hurt.
That land in the thing?
No, you need to drop it into the.
I thought it landed in the box.
Try it again.
Is that not landing in the box?
No, it needs to be in the box.
Yeah, I think it's because I'm doing it on the character sheet. Sorry.
Yeah, drag it across to the chat box right on. That's it. And it's done that, and it kills it. Not that you can kill something that is undead, but yeah. What would you like to do? You have put this vengeful spirit.
Well, after I've cursed it, and my blast will go through it, and basically just go into its mouth as it's screaming, and then just like Indiana Jones and the Ark of the Covenant, Sakat just watches it melt in front of him like a waxwork. And again, from the back of the room, he'll be like, "Ha ha 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 ha! The power of Ifi."
Incredibly impressive. This spectre, this spirit, very rapidly dealt with by you as a group. Before it even got an attack in. The GM is somewhat disappointed, but I shall take some notes. No, I am thrilled for you. This frees you up now. You are out of initiatives to continue whatever you wanted to do. You haven't explored the chamber that the spirit came from, and you haven't explored the chest at the moment.
Well, I will go straight back to the chest after doing that,
Okay.
and have a little look inside. Yeah.
Okay, so I've got, because I've got notes now and everything. This is amazing.
Look at you being organised and all that.
Yeah, I know. This takes me so much time to do all of this. It's unbelievable. So you know about the chariot now. The chariot itself is perhaps worth some money, worth even more if it's restored. But the difficulty is getting it out of the tomb. The chest which you've managed to open is beautiful. It is the perfect kind of example of a work of art for this chest. It's inlaid with beautiful stone and is also undamaged. It's probably worth itself 25 gold pieces as an art piece. It contains, though, 2 potions. Also inside the chest are 2 books with thin gold-plated metal sheets for pages. The first appears to be a brief biography of Senura. The second is a list and description of various military campaigns conducted by the nation of Ib during the Age of Heresy. Each book, though, weighs 25 pounds, but is worth a considerable amount, probably close to 50 gold. So I am going to, because I can do, drop all of those into the party sheet. I can feel the envy of other people in Untold Chronicle campaigns now that aren't tomb robbing. How on earth have you got all of these things?
We're tomb investigating. We haven't actually robbed anything yet.
No. So you investigate that, and it's currently in the party sheet. Should people want to have a look at it. So whilst you are perusing that, if you click on the old shields, go to the party sheet, click on the brown buttons with the silver dot in the middle. It might give you a little bit more information of what you know. As I say, there are 3 potions. There's the chest itself, 2 books. And I've put the chariot there in case anyone can cleverly think a way of getting the chariot out of there. That is going to take you a little bit of time as you carefully examine that. There is also, you will see, because no, there isn't. I am talking nonsense from there. So that is what you see. Meanwhile, in the other chamber, are you examining the other chamber, everybody else?
Yes.
Okay, so that is the Hall of Judgment. This is the trophy room. So let me describe this to you, as you've not really had chance to sort of go in here. So there's an interesting selection of different trophies in this room. There are 3 shields with different designs are displayed upon the rack against the east wall, and there are various weapons that hang from another rack along the south wall. Arranged around the room are 5 small chests and a clay urn. Can you give me some... I'll tell you what, you tell me what you want to do to investigate this. I mean, obviously, the simple answer and the smart aleck answer is I'll use investigation, GM. But if there's anything else, creative, history, religion, etc., what gets your creative juices going? What would you like to do?
I am checking to see if anything is trapped.
Okay, so give me an investigation roll as you kind of look around this area here.
I'm curious about this clay urn.
Okay.
Does it have any illustrations on it? Famous Greek amphorae? Or...
Yeah. I mean, obviously, this is not Greek; it is Egyptian. And as you begin to examine it, it is decorated, as one would expect to see in such a place. The urn is quite nice. It's not a funeral urn, though, and as you examine it, it's sealed with wax, and there seems to be some kind of liquid within it as you kind of sort of manipulate it a bit.
So Drew's going to start sort of sniffing, smelling,
Sniffing stuff randomly.
Yeah.
Okay.
and he's feeling kind of a little bit of a twinkly itch in his nostrils, and he's going to cast detect magic.
Oh, someone is hoping.
Smelling. He's almost smelling that there's something around here.
It is. Yep.
Just to check, what language is the books in?
It's in common, but it's kind of old common. It's old Ibian.
I'll wander through reading the one about the war.
Yeah.
if that's all right.
It is, and you can give me a history roll as well. And Zach, I mean, I've not seen it yet, but you can give me an investigation roll. I haven't sidelined you. I just haven't seen the roll
That's
appear
right.
on.
I think I have broken my sheet. What is investigation actually based off?
It's intelligence. If you go to skills and it's in
That's fine.
alphabetical.
I managed to break it. I actually managed to break it. Is my point? Is I changed the stats that it was
Okay.
based on. I don't know how.
So
That's fine. I did guess the right one. I was just trying to check.
yeah, so your investigation should be your intelligence, which is plus
Yes.
0, and your proficiency, which is plus 2. So you've got plus 2. That looks correct to me.
Yeah, I've fixed it to the right thing.
Excellent. Cool. Yeah, you can always shout up if you've got an issue like that, Em, and I'm more than happy to
I
sort
don't
you
know what
out.
I'm doing anymore.
So
History was 11.
yeah, that's
How
good.
do I?
So you go to your skills page, you find investigation, you see where the plus
Oh,
2 is, and you just double click on the
yeah.
plus 2.
All right. Okay. I was double clicking on the wrong thing. It's
Yeah.
fine.
That's fine. As I say, this is what we do. So that is the 13 as well. So the good news as you are looking around there is that none of this area seems to be trapped. You can let the others get on with it. I did ask for a history roll off you, and whilst the Wish War, this ancient war amongst the genies and the Ifrit and the Tao and the Marids, so powerful that almost ripped reality apart in ancient times, is difficult to be chronicled. There was also another time that was kind of lost to history called the Age of Heresy. And this is quite a find, really, as you kind of walking up reading it. I mean, it's an actual account of various things that happened. And whilst the gold pages of this book are going to be worth some coin, this book to academics is also going to be worth an awful lot of money. And you all hear Ali. What kind of words are you saying as you are kind of reading various bits?
If I'm walking, I will be reading it out, just like, oh, this is very interesting. How they write the history, the victors. Similar to how the false gods talk about how they saved the world from the witch war. Yes, the victors always write their history, do they not? You might be interested in this. And there's another book you might be interested on about this saloon god or whatever in that chest. But
What I'm
yes,
hearing
very
from you, Ali,
interesting.
is that the gods won.
No, that's interesting because you believe the stories that have been passed down for you. But
Well, you said
have you
history
actually ever
was written by
spoken
the
to
winners.
somebody from those times?
Yes.
Because Ifi's story, his truth, is a very different tale. Yes, the Wish Wars were terrible and they were tearing reality apart. But the power of Wish is very powerful and it could also reform reality. But there were people within the elementals who rebelled and could see the damage it was doing. And they actually made pacts with the Celestials. But these Celestials were not known as gods then. They just came from the celestial plane. But unfortunately, those Celestials stabbed those people in the back and took all the magic and then declared themselves gods. Those same gods you bow down to. Yes, that's his story. Different from yours, don't you think? And that is why he calls them false gods.
Well, they are true gods to me. And
Yes,
we are in a
true gods
temple.
to you, but unfortunately, it is all built on a lie. A deceit that they did to take the power of wish, and the magics from this land, and then declare this land their own. And you, all you worshippers, their slaves. Interesting.
Or perhaps your Iffy is lying to you.
Well, when I was
There
dying
is-
in the desert, and I called out for help from everyone. I prayed to all your false gods. I asked for help as I was dying, and the only one to save me was Iffy. So far, why would he lie to me?
So that you keep doing what he wants.
No, he does not demand anything from me. He merely tells me stories, and he gives me power. He has never asked anything of me. He has never asked me to be of servitude to him. He has never asked me to do anything else.
The gods never asked me. I volunteered
Well,
because
that
I have
makes
faith.
you.
And
You have
are
faith.
faithless.
No, I am just not gullible. There's a
Course.
difference between that.
And I'll go and look at the chest.
Okay. So as you can look in the party sheet at the moment, because I've put all of that on, and you see that there is a biography of Sanura in there. There are three potions within there as well, which is quite nice. And Drew, as Zach is double checking this room, you do cast Detect Magic. And at first, it's kind of like looking through a veil of sort of dust in the air, and that begins to clear. And there is indeed an enchanted object within this room. There is indeed one of the shields, a shield seeming to be made of steel and shaped like a scarab. Has got a magical radiance about it.
So Drew's kind of got a little bit overexcited by all of this archaic stuff that is clearly a find to rival his brother's finest work.
Okay.
I will hand the book to Drew, just saying, have you heard of this heresy?
Give me a history roll.
What, Drew? Or
Yeah, Drew, because you
yeah, I've already done one.
you've done it on there. Oh, he's taking the book.
Oh, he's so in awe.
Yeah,
He is literally just left. He's like, right, that's it. I can't top that. I've already beaten my brother.
Yeah, I am
Bye,
out of
everyone.
it.
I'm out. Yep.
So whilst we are waiting for Pete, who has unfortunately lost internet connection with us, Zach, you not only were looking at the items, for traps and stuff, you had a good chance to sort of look around this room. Most of the arms and armor in the racks are most mundane and kind of rotted through a little bit, but you do see that there is a Kapesh that is kind of a big sort of sword and spear that both are sort of masterworked. They're not magical, but they haven't decayed with time and are good examples of those types of weapon. There is a composite short bow which is serviceable, but the string has deteriorated and it needs to be replaced before the weapon can be used. And you also have noticed this magnificent scarab-shaped shield. The chests that you've examined to see whether they are locked or trapped are less ornate than the one found in the previous room, but you don't believe that either of them are locked or trapped, but each has been sealed with wax. The only other thing is the urn that Sakat has examined. That appears to contain a liquid, is nice, and is also sealed with wax as well. So quite a
I'll
lot to look
procure
at.
procure the decent looking weapons and the serviceable bow, and
Okay.
then I'm going to head towards the large chest, as
Yep.
I have already done.
Okay.
And that's what I'm going to be gently trying to open.
Yeah. So you've got the you know it's not locked or trapped. You would have to break the wax seal, which is easy enough to do with your knife, and you pop it
I'm trying
open.
to do it gently so I don't make Drew sad, because last time he bit me.
Okay. So give me a sleight of hand anyway, then, if you are trying to do it without damaging the chest or creating any kind of real problems.
Drew might be watching.
Yeah.
Not good.
Sorry, I've lost my internet, so you've got me on my phone.
Yeah, it's okay. Welcome back, Drew. But it is good. We will see you when we can. So you do open it eventually. You don't make a massive hash of it, but it's not as neat as it could have been. And as you begin to search these chests, you slowly make your way around, and you see that there is one that contains a sack with a number of gold pieces and another with some silver pieces. You think these obviously date back to ancient Ib, but are serviceable and usable in today's currency. There are also several scroll tubes, which you can investigate as well. But you would have to crack the scroll tubes open to have a proper look at these items.
Drew, I said I handed the book to you.
Yeah.
Even though you're not in the game, but yeah.
You
Much appreciated.
you vanished.
Yes, I did. Sorry about that.
That's okay. Do you want me to make a history roll for you?
Yes, please.
Because it's great. I can literally, you're going to love this, play with myself here with all your characters. Because I've got control over your characters whether you're in the game or not. Oh, the power. I just need to work out where H comes in the alphabet, and I'm good. Well done. You got a 13. So, Drew, yeah, you can't believe this. This is an actual record of historical moments within this period that has been really more or less lost to time. This time, which was called the Age of Heresy, where some individuals tried to overturn the beliefs and claim Ib for themselves rather than for the gods. And much of this information has just been lost. People know about the period called the Age of Heresy. A lot of people just ignore it because there's no information upon it. And this is a major find for you. It's going to take substantial time for study, but it's there in your hands. So that is pretty damn amazing. We'll move quickly to you, Sakat, as you have got time to study the biography of Sanura. And this is a brief biography, but again, it's a work of wonder. This is the high priest, the high priestess that was known as the Son of Isis. And supposedly, after the fall of the blood-soaked pharaoh, brought magic back to the world. So this is close to your heart as well. It is a very beautiful find.
Can I check which of the two gold books that would be?
Yeah, sorry, because I kind of wanted to hide the information. So now that you've studied it and now that you've done it, I can reveal said books to you.
Because I'm going to scoop up the biography of Sonora and stow that in my bag.
Okay, so what you can do is, you probably know how to do this as well, but if you go to inventory on your character sheet, if you grab the brown button with the silver button in the middle and drag it across and drop it into your inventory, it should move it into, yeah, perfect, you got it. Drew, are you keeping the Age of Heresy at the moment? Hello, Drew.
We lost
I
him again.
shall do that.
Yeah,
Lost
yeah,
me again.
you've done
I'm
it.
there.
Yeah, there, you've got that as well. Okay. So we move back quickly to Zach, as you can see that there are many of these scrolls. There's also this gold and the like there. Is there anything that you want to do with that? And also a reminder to you, Drew, that there is this shield of magic that you can see glowing with this magical radiance.
So yeah, I wanted to walk up, sniffing and looking at the glowing of it, and this thing is magical. And also, if at any point I happen to notice any of those vials of potion glowing, I might make remark of it.
They are unfortunately sort of in this chest here, so
Yeah,
you probably
of
wouldn't
But
see that.
I would let other people know what I found because I let them know what the books were.
Yeah,
So I'd let them know about potions and things like that.
cool. So
One of them
Gosh.
seems to be able to let you see in the dark, but two others I don't know what they are.
And I shall stare at those as well and check that whether they're glowing.
yeah,
And
they both
smell-
have
smell
magical auras
a
upon them.
faint metal tinge of magic.
At the moment, I cannot help with telling you what magics they can do, but I feel Iffy might let me know if I become stronger.
Oh, this is a strange thing. I seem to be able to tell these things are what they are. This scarab shield, definitely. I think,
Very nice.
yeah, it looks like the sort of thing that Sekat should be carrying, at least temporarily, perhaps.
I mean, it could be cursed, so
This is true. This is true. I can't tell. Definitely magical. Can you smell it?
I'll just look at Drew weirdly and be like, no. Okay, I'll take a step away from him and move towards Zach, I think.
Okay.
Zach, Drew smells magic.
Smells magic. What?
Look at him. He's just sniffing. He says the shield's magical and he can smell it.
It glows.
Okay, well, I'd rather that than he licks things to check it.
Because licking leads to biting, yes?
Yes, it does. Anyway, I'm not going to say how I know that. I found a bunch of scrolls. What do you make of these?
Okay, I have
Um,
popped them now into the parcel, the party sheet, so you can see several scroll tubes there.
are they openable, the scroll tubes?
Yeah, I mean they are wax sealed again. They're not glowed with any kind of magic, according to Drew. So
We
We'll,
can't
we'll
sniff them.
mention that.
He's not sniffing at them, so yeah, okay.
No, they don't smell funny. No, they're not glowing
I'm
either.
going to open the first one that I've come to.
okay, so if you go to the party sheet, you can click on the items, and you see that there are several scroll tubes. They're holding papyrus records, private memos, expense ledgers, speeches, and private correspondence of Sanura herself. There's little of interest in the papers, but to a collector or an Ibanologist, the documents are worth a small fortune, 100 gold, if undamaged, and a buyer can be found. It's not the kind of thing that you could just walk into a shop and go, anybody want to buy these? You would have to seek out a buyer.
When Zach's reading them out, I'll be like, maybe the curiosities want their shopping list.
The curiosities will absolutely want these things.
I will
And,
put them in my bag.
And indeed, our
Well,
books as
if you all
are
load them
well-
up in the chest, you can load up all those weapons you picked up and if we put them on the chariot, I might have a trick to help us get stuff out of here.
Drew stares at him.
Uh,
That sounds like
don't
he
stop
looks at
sniffing me,
the
Drew.
chariot. He looks at the
Drew, you
chariot,
look
he
like
looks
you want to
back at-
lick me. No, no, no licking.
That's big.
It's a yes.
I mean, I was thinking we were gonna have to take it to bits to get it out of here.
Oh, you don't want to take it to bits. You'll take it to bits. Then when you put it back together, you'll have a few bits left over. You'll be like, "Where did these go? Oh no!"
Okay. Well, let's collect the things we want to take from here. I think we have to consider offering first choice of purchase of these items to the curiosities.
Well,
think
I mean,
should
we
see
can
what
give
the
them.
temple has to say about them.
They'll want to come down and see. I
Some of
mean,
them may
at
not
the
be
end
for
of the
sale.
day, I'm not really sure how religious a shopping list is, Sakat. Okay. I
These
mean,
are private correspondences of a high priestess of one of the gods.
well, some of them are.
The temple will probably want to know about them, even if
Well,
the curiosities people then want to study them.
okay.
Well, isn't that up to them to argue? Anyway, I'm gonna go and look over here. Bye.
Oh, there's some money as well. Nice.
So yeah,
But
the coins are stamped, as I said, with the ancient symbols of the time of Sonara. The only other thing that you've not really worked out what it is the urn with the liquid in.
Well, if Ali's magical transportation trick will work, we can take the urn with us and have the experts look at it.
Okay.
And also, I presume the urn itself isn't glowing or.
No, it's not. I will pop that into the chest. Well, the list as well for you. So it's up to you whether you
okay.
want to carry any of these items, use any of these items, or whether.
I mean, you guys can carry the books and stuff, and I guess you can carry the shield until we can work out what it can do, unless you just want
keep
to.
the gold for safekeeping because it'll just roll about in there.
No, I think we should split the gold. I don't think. No, no. I think we should still split it, Zach. I don't think you should keep it all.
I'm not going to keep it all. I'm just looking after it to make sure it doesn't fall off the cart.
Yeah, yeah, and then you suddenly disappear. Yeah, like you did.
No, that's your trick,
Uh-huh.
Ali. Don't do this.
No, no.
Are you all happy to share the coins amongst each other?
Yes.
Yes.
I'm going to let you three split the coins.
So, sorry, that was Sakat. You're not going to take the coins?
No, that's not what I'm here for.
Okay, so that's cool. That's one of the reasons why I asked. So I'm going to just quickly remove you from the party sheet because it's got a cool functionality here. That should share the coins between the three of you, and then we'll add you back to the
Flashy.
sheet. Yeah, no, it's a really good function to be able to just do that, and it's added it to your character sheet.
And it'll be like, well, again, we don't know what the shield does, but would this god leave cursed items here?
I would hope not.
I mean,
I'll
they did
certainly try
leave a
and make use of it for
spirit
now.
here.
Or a spirit got in here.
Did it come out of the urn?
No,
Okay.
it just seemed to manifest, sort of, slime.
Maybe it's the spirit of that body we found at the start of the tombs.
Or something to do with the blood gem, the bloodstone. We've
Well, that would mean that the
heard
bloodstone
all
is
these.
below here.
Well, we had some reason to believe it was in here somewhere.
Okay. Well, if you wanna use the shield, get to know it a bit and see if it will help you.
You can drag the shield across to you if you want.
Who
Well-
cannot see in the dark? And I'll just look at Drew.
Yes.
Who
Drew on
goes
silos,
around?
Drew.
And he will look at the potion and he will say, "Yes, that would be me."
Would
Shall I
that be
take that?
useful to you?
I'll take it.
And does anyone know what these other two potions do?
This is going to. You don't necessarily need an identify spell for these. If anybody's skilled with herbalism, you can give me a nature roll. If anybody's skilled with alchemy, you could give me an alchemy roll. So it just depends whether anybody's got appropriate skills to try and work out what these can do.
I don't think I have on Ali, but has anyone got any relevant skills?
I will happily accept.
I have a nature skill, but
Yeah.
not alchemy skill.
Okay. It's not just the skills, it's whether you can get herbalism kits or alchemy kits. But I will accept if someone is trained, or rather proficient, because this is 5th edition D&D, proficient in nature or proficient in arcana, to give a kind of appropriate herbalism or alchemy roll to try and determine what these potions are. If anybody wants to have a go at those skills.
So I'm proficient in nature, but I don't have herbalism or alchemy.
Yeah, no.
But
So if you're proficient
give it a
in
roll.
nature, you can give it a roll. Hopefully you don't crit fail and think, oh dear. Yeah, you really don't know. It's not a critical failure, you'll be pleased to know, but you don't know. It could be anything ranging from some kind of poison to, something that could cause major eruptions of the bowels.
Maybe
We don't know what these are. Do you want me to hold on to them just in case, or?
Yeah, I think so.
And we can get someone to actually
I can
check
have a
out what
look
they
at.
actually are.
I'll have a look at them magically, maybe, if you will tell me.
So what skill are you taking there?
Arcana.
Arcana, yes. That's appropriate.
While he's doing that, I'm going to look at the cool masks that I've picked up.
Okay. Proficiency, that is absolutely sort of fine. They are quite simply standard, but certainly functionable healing potions. There are 2 of them.
They are potions of the healing. Who? There's 2 of them, so who should have these?
Who's likely to get hurt the most, I guess.
It'd be very nice to actually not be hurt. That would be good.
There's some reason I think that Zach should take one.
I still have a hole in me from before.
That might be why.
Well,
I'm
Zach can
tough.
have one, and
I'll lead.
you and Sakat, can you use magic to heal?
I can't. But I'm tough.
Okay.
You take the other one.
Well, I
Mike,
don't
can
usually
pull it
take a lot of damage, but I can shove it in someone else's face if they're dying.
Then
That's
you
always
tie onto
useful.
one.
So how do we split them on the sheet?
If you just drag one across to your character sheet to your inventory, it'll just take one.
It will.
Yeah, it won't take both of them, it'll just take one.
And did we say Zach was going to take the scroll tubes?
Well, the scroll tubes. I'm pretty sure Sakat wanted to take the personal diary entries. Are you going to read the diary entry, the personal correspondence?
No, I was going to suggest that all of those go in the chest or on the chariot while you do your magical trick.
Well, if we put everything in the chest and then put that on the back of the chariot, and then I will show you magic.
Hmm.
Okay.
So,
Shall we take two of you take the potions of healing?
yeah, take the potions first.
I'm trying to change it to a 1.
You
'cause
don't.
you're
You
saying
don't. No, you don't need to
drag the
change it.
shield.
Just drag the shield.
I'll just drag the shield.
Yeah,
Okay.
Go to your inventory page. Just grab the shield and just drag it across and drop it into your inventory page.
Alrighty.
And it should. There you go. And Zach has done the same, so both of those have gone there.
Cool.
So what I'm gonna do, Ali, is there's another cool functionality in your inventory here, and it's easily overlooked. If you go to your inventory page and scroll to the top, you see there's the name of the item, but there's also location.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the chest, the scroll tubes, and the chariot in your inventory. But you can then, with location, put wherever you're going to store them next, and obviously you can store them safely there. But it means that they're out of the party sheet, and we know where they are basically, and it shouldn't affect your encumbrance either. If you see what I mean. So
yeah.
So you load them up onto the chariot first and foremost. So they're all loaded up onto here. I'm assuming you're all sort of waiting what is going on here.
Once it's all loaded up,
Yep.
I will make my way to the back of the chariot, and then get in it, and then stand on the chest so I can actually look over the ledge of the chariot so they can see me.
Yeah, you're standing
otherwise,
Absolutely
they just wouldn't see me in the back.
Yeah.
And then I'll bring out my little lamp, and I'll be like, "Behold, my magic!" And this smoke just starts pouring out of the lamp, and it engulfs this whole area of the chariot and obscures it all. And then, poof! It all gets sucked back into the lamp, and then there's nothing there, including Ali. There's just a little lamp on the floor.
Everybody has disappeared. There is a lamp on the floor.
I'm going to wander over
Look to Zach. Does he
pick up the lamp?
Does he come back now?
Hello?
Speaking into the lamp.
Hello? Yes. Are you in there?
And then I'll bonus action come back out of the lamp, except instead of smoke, it'll look like I'm squeezing out the spout.
Okay.
And then I'm
going to look utterly horrified.
Ta-da!
Away from
Magic.
face.
I'm just holding this lamp, looking mildly perturbed.
Yeah. And Ali is back. No sign of the items.
That's a neat trick, Ali.
Give some applause.
Thank you. I cannot get them back out until tomorrow, but
we will join in the clapping until you say that.
But there's more of this tomb to explore, so hooray!
Okay. So it seems you've cleared out these two chambers now completely of anything that wasn't screwed down, or if it was bolted down, you've probably undone the bolts and taken those and the bolts too. Okay. So if you remember, you can go up those flight of stairs. You see there's a door at the top that obviously, I don't know whether you left it open or not. and you come into
Right,
this
I can do a
chamber.
popping doors open,
Yeah,
just in case.
yeah, that is absolutely fine. You come to this chamber with the 2 mummified cats and the tapestry. I'm sure you can remember that from before. To the east is the hallway with the trap and the exit, the shaft that leads to the surface. You've not explored to the south at all at the moment.
Drew will walk past the cats and
Mhm.
the rest are there and trying to remind himself briefly of the list of components that we seem to think needed to be collected somehow for this to be
Okay.
activated. We guessed.
There was a necklace or collar, a panther, which we think is one of the 2 cats in here,
Cloak,
a feathered cloak, a bowl
scrolls.
of lotus leaves, and a scroll. Well, black lotus petals.
Scroll of the Song of Isis, we thought.
Mhm.
I mean, are you sure it's not the scroll of her shopping list?
Well, that
Good point.
the thing that I wanted to check was whether we have found any of the things here. And I think maybe the shopping list is the only thing that could possibly be that.
I think just the panther.
Well, so far, don't we have more to explore?
Yes.
We do.
Yes.
I mean, it
Um,
wouldn't be much if they just put it in the first room, and that was it. That'd be like, okay, tomb's over.
I think we need all of them, Ali.
Okay. What do you think this will bring her back?
Do we
Well,
need a mask? Because I've got all the masks.
it could be exciting to see her discussing different philosophies of religion with Ifi.
Yes, that would be an interesting meeting of the minds.
Drew will turn to the door to the south.
Whether or not we
Already
bring her
eager
back,
for the next part of the puzzle.
whether or not we
Okay.
bring her back, we should stop anyone using these things to bring anyone else back.
Yes.
So the door itself, give me an investigation roll if that's what you are doing, Drew.
I'll think about that for a second, and I'll think about my I'm not bad at investigating, but I'll think that perhaps Zach's far better at it than me, and I'll step to one side.
Okay, Zach.
I'm sorry, Zach. I seem to have let my eagerness get ahead of me.
I think I might need to patch myself up at some point. That would be a good thing.
Ooh. Should we
Well, like I
wait
said, I still
before
got
we
a
move
hole
on?
in me. I'm mildly damaged, yeah.
Fine. Stop being a big baby, Zach. Come on.
Let's. Should we consider resting here for a while and then going on?
You could just take the potion.
One way of proving it works.
I might be able to do something a little bit more efficient. Might need the potion in more of an emergency later.
Okay.
And I will
I have a hole.
step over.
Look, see?
I will step over and very gently lay a hand upon the hole and ask for Bast's help in healing it.
Okay.
And I will spend 3 of my 10 points of lay on hands.
Very nice. So that automatically cures. It's against Zach, yeah?
Yep.
Yep.
So the damage kind of knits together, and the very power of Bast is knits your wounds together, and you feel fine.
Okay. Bast is pretty amazing. Awesome.
I think
Thanks.
so.
Okay, so what were we doing? Door. Yes, right.
Yes, you examine the door thoroughly. Doesn't look trapped or locked. it's going to be a bit heavy to slide to one side, but should easily open.
Okay. Everyone who's pretty strong, just shift the door. It looks good to me.
Yeah, and you don't
As you
even.
say that, I will step back.
Yeah.
Wrong way.
As do
There we go.
as do I.
You don't need a roll for this. It's not like the other doors, and it easily opens, revealing kind of almost a symmetrical set of steps, like to the north, leading down to another closed door.
Drew will cautiously step through,
Hmm.
just to the top of the stairs.
Yep. Nothing untoward happens.
Is there there's another door at the bottom of the stairs?
There
Yeah?
is indeed another door at the bottom of the stairs.
Tenderly and gingerly stepping down these stairs, half expecting them to slide him into the door.
Hmm.
Nothing's happened.
Nope.
Feeling good.
Everything is fine.
Would you like to check this door as well? Can I try and help?
Well, I think that's probably the wisest move, don't you think?
Yeah, can I? I'll offer my own. Yeah, I'm fairly good at investigating as well. I'll offer assistance to Zach though.
Okay.
See what else I can do.
So, you can offer your aid to Zach, and Zach, you get advantage on your roll.
I've probably forgotten how to do this.
There's a little ADV button below the chat box that you can click.
Oh yeah, you click on that and then do
Yeah,
it. Cool.
and then you make
All
your roll.
coming back. All coming back.
It's nice and easy. There we go. Very nice. 15. Looks very similar to the door at the top in terms of it just needs to be pushed into the wall. At this point, I just need to double check what the situation is with lighting. Is anybody having a light, or are you all relying on dark vision at the moment?
Drew has a hooded lantern.
Yeah, that's all I need to know.
Which he has been using throughout
Yep.
because he can't see in the dark.
That is absolutely fine. Okay, so someone just needs to push the door and it will open.
Sorry, it's a bullseye lantern for what it's worth. Drew
Yeah.
will step up again and push the door.
Okay.
And open
Perfect. So a number of things become apparent. There is first of all a massive mirror which stretches across the southern wall of this chamber, flanked by two statues. The statue to the east depicts a tall, gaunt woman in a flowing hooded gown, holding an ankh. The figure to the west is a jackal-headed man carrying a scepter or staff in his hand. There are stone double doors standing slightly ajar leading to the east and the west. And obviously there is the doors that you are standing at the moment. There are torch holders sculpted in the shape of bird skulls in each corner of the chamber, and there's a thin layer of dust covering every surface. As you open the door though and your light spills in, can you give me a wisdom saving throw, please?
Is this all of us?
No, this is just Drew at the moment because only Drew can see this. Yeah, you're kind of fine for the moment. Nothing untoward happens.
Okay. I will edge into the room again cautiously as I did coming down the stairs.
Hmm.
Be able to see those bits that are perhaps slightly out of sight from
Yeah,
what you've been describing.
absolutely.
Any sign of life?
Be not
Movement.
quite at his shoulder.
Yeah, okay. There's no sign of movements, although both doors are slightly ajar.
Has there
Move
been
right
dust in
into the middle.
the rest of the tomb since we came down the well shaft?
Yeah, there has been dust in the tomb. As you kind of look at the floors, feel free to give me a survival roll.
May I do that as well?
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't have high hopes. Nope.
No, nothing apparent to you or yourself, Drew.
Sekat is a city girl.
So there is a large mirror, your light kind of reflecting in it at the moment, and there is two doors, one to the east, one to the west, both of which are slightly ajar.
So I'm assuming the two statues are fairly major religious figures.
Yeah, you don't even need a roll. The woman is Sonura, the other one is Anubis. You instantly recognize them. Both appropriate to be here. One representing the high priestess, whose this tomb is, the other representing Anubis, the god of the underworld.
Drew's going to walk up to the mirror
Mhm.
and have a look at that, because mirrors,
Yeah.
mirrors are rare.
As you peer into the mirror, you see your image stare back, but you see beyond your image, you see reflections of the others as well, but you see there is a female woman, old, or rather dressed in ancient clothes, and you realize there is the visage of Sonura. She looks disappointed, and she points directly at you, at which point your image begins to emerge from the mirror. Can we go to initiatives, please?
Oh, are we gonna have to kill Drew?
Which Drew, though? Which is the real Drew? What is going on?
It's like looking at my brother in the... Oh.
Boom, 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 boom.
He's clearly too busy staring at the door.
Yeah. It's the wisdom saving throw was the whether you kind of directly looked into the mirror in the first place, which you didn't. So it wasn't automatic. But now that you've actively stared into the mirror, Drew steps out of the mirror, and it kind of molds and changes and begins to look exactly like Drew. We have rolled, though, initiatives, and once again, you have all done very well. So go to the top of the round, and Drew, it seems Sonura is not happy with your actions so far within the tomb.
Well, I didn't expect that.
No one expects their reflection to come
No.
alive, come out of the mirror and start hitting you.
Oh. I'm gonna back away from me.
Okay, that's
In
very kind.
surprise.
It will, of course, attempt to have an attack of opportunity against you, because why wouldn't it? Oops. What am I doing? That's what I'm doing. It's been a long day, and it swipes at you but misses.
When it swipes at me, though, then I'm gonna get very cross. And in reaction to that, I will use Primal Savagery.
Okay.
Which is one of my fighting styles, druidic warrior cantrips.
So this fundamentally is kind of like using your action. This isn't a reaction again, isn't it? So it's you go to move away.
This is me moving back in again and attacking.
It has a swing at you, and you don't like that, and you move back in to attack it again. Yeah. So target it. Target Drew.
I channel primal magic to cause my teeth or fingernails to sharpen. His beak swells, ready to deliver a corrosive attack.
Very nice.
Make a melee spell attack against one creature within 5 feet of you, and on a hit, 1d10 acid damage.
I'd like to point out that all these creatures have +4 to initiative, and I've managed to get 9s and 6s. That is terrible.
Well, that's okay, because Drew and Drew have both missed each other.
Yeah, you do indeed miss. And anything else you want to do? You kind of moved 5 feet, and then you move 5 feet back. It's used its reactions now, so it can't do another attack of opportunity.
I will move back away to here and point at it, saying that's not fair. The lady was in the mirror. I don't think she likes what we've done.
She doesn't like what you've done. This is you. This is all you, not us.
Okay.
Don't go and look in the mirror yet, please.
I do love the fact that Ali's now automatically targeted Drew, and I don't know which one it really is. So we move down to Ali.
Well, the other one, I guess, didn't try and bite him. Right? It tried to claw at him, did it?
It did try to claw at him.
And I already know Drew's a biter from what Zacharias already told me. And I've seen him have a little snap back at it, and I'm like, okay, that's our Drew. The other one isn't, I think. So, is it within an hour since the ghost fight?
Yes. I mean, you've done quite a lot of investigations, but it's still within an hour.
Then I will pull the curse of Ifi, and I will curse Drew. I curse you with Ifi.
Okay.
And do that. And then, I will have a little cosmic blast at Drew.
Very nice. You hit.
You can.
Okay. And you notice that the damage is not as bad on that Drew, and some of the damage gets reflected onto that Drew. As you hit that Drew, the other Drew feels it as well.
Ow!
You see, she doesn't like you. She didn't hurt any of us, just you.
Surprise. Is that your go?
I will add an extra 2 damage.
Okay.
Of Wrath of
even better. So that's a total of 2 damage. So that is 1 each. Okay, very nice. Then we move to Zach.
I'm just going to look slightly concerned and just go,
It's a very obvious effect. Kind of Ali hit this one, and both of them took the damage. Not the full damage, but half the damage. Do you wish to look into the mirror, Zach? I mean,
no, I do not.
You're a beautiful, beautiful person. I mean,
you are a little bit vain, Zach.
You sure you don't want to just have a little peek about how awesome you are?
No, I'm good.
Take women, dress shopping, things like that.
It's okay.
I would like to target. Can I target the mirror?
Can you target the mirror? Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, I would like to target the mirror and throw something at it because it came
Okay.
out of the mirror. So I don't want the mirror to spawn more things.
Yep. So fundamentally, just roll an attack roll of whatever you're throwing at the mirror. So is it a dagger?
It's going to be. I'm just trying to think what's going to be most effective. Because something blunt. So if I get the dagger and get it to go like hilt first
Yeah.
instead.
Now you have a choice
So-
here because you are targeting the mirror, which means technically speaking, you're looking at the mirror. So you can look at the mirror. You can, I'm seriously giving you narrative. You can look at the mirror and you attack normally at the mirror, but you are looking in the mirror. Or you can avert your eyes and throw at the mirror, which means you'll be attacking at disadvantage, but there's no chance of you seeing yourself in the mirror. So you have a choice. Because I'm kind like that.
Okay, from this angle, I'm going to say I'm trying to avoid looking into the mirror.
It's easy enough done, so just make your attack with disadvantage.
Cool. Go for...
You hit the dis button.
I did hit the dis button. I have been a good. Right, so... Cool. Well, let's go like for like. It's likely to be a silvered thing, so let's do that.
Mm-hmm. Very nice. And yeah, you do strike it, so give me some damage as well. Okay. Oops, I think you were accidentally targeting Drew there rather than the mirror.
Yeah, I was.
Which is
Sorry.
okay. That's okay.
I meant to untarget.
It's all good. So you do 5 points to the mirror. Doesn't quite shatter it. It's not enough. It seems to absorb the damage. Maybe because it's a magical mirror, perhaps. But it was worth an attempt, and you haven't hurt anybody. Then we move to Drew. And Drew moves up, and Drew wants to attack Drew. And it is going to make an attack against Drew, hitting, doing 6 points of damage heavily. And in a very cheating kind of way, that damage is not reflected to this version of Drew. What? No! Sakat, it is your go.
So I want to ask a technical question here.
Yeah.
Because I am kind of between spaces, I think.
Yeah, I mean it's just because the map you can kind of be there. You can be wherever you want really.
Well, if I have half a second to step next to Drew.
Yeah, that is
a
not
thing I would like to do in response to evil Drew attacking our friend Drew.
Okay.
Which is to use my my stance feature thingamy.
Perfect. So is this something that
this is called intercept?
Yeah.
Which allows me to reduce damage to adjacent ally by 1d10 plus 2.
Sounds a good ability. So yeah, roll it.
Away. So that is 4 damage less to Drew.
Okay, so I'll give him 4 damage reduced. So he's on 10 rather than 14. Perfect.
And that's my actual action. I'm going to use.
Was that an action? Was that not a reaction? I would imagine.
Yeah, that would have been a reaction.
Yeah. So you have.
So on my actual turn.
Yeah. Perfect.
I will use my remaining 8 points of lay on hands to heal good Drew.
Okay, look at this. So you go down to 2 damage.
And brace myself for this thing trying again.
Okay. Fair enough. And I'm assuming you're averting your gaze from the mirror as well.
I'm paying full attention to this thing in front of me.
Perfect. It's fine. It's not like it is a trap, but it's not like it's a trap, and I'm going to be forcing you not to. So, Drew, we go to the top of the round, and it is your go again. This thing is looking even more and more like you. And what would you like to do, Drew?
I think Drew's gonna do the same thing again. I think he's gonna rely on the bite. I don't know whether Drew's gonna end up hurting himself here. I can only assume he is, but he doesn't know that yet, and he's a bit cross.
Okay, give us an
And he
attack.
doesn't have anything good for smashing mirrors with particularly, so he's just gonna. He's taking it personally.
Literally personally. I don't think you can take it any more personal than this. You managed to hit.
So it will do 2 points of acid damage.
Okay. The good news is that you only did 1 point of acid damage to you and 1 point to him.
Okay, that's made Drew think very hard about his actions now.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
Anything else you would like to do?
He's just for the minute. He's gonna stand his ground now.
Perfect.
He's
Okay.
gonna suggest people smash. He's gonna say, "I think smashing the mirror is a better idea than trying to kill."
You don't want me to keep hurting you?
You do you. You do you, Ali.
We move to Ali.
I don't want to hurt me, but I am enjoying shooting you. Okay, mirror, you say?
The good news is that evil Drew looks heavily wounded, whereas good Drew doesn't at the moment.
Well, I think it would be more satisfying for you to beat yourself through, a little personal journey for you. So I'm gonna, just shoot off a blast at the mirror then.
Okay, yeah. Give us a roll to hit.
Just shoot in that general direction. Is it disadvantaged because I'm not looking, or
yeah.
just...
I mean, you can look and have it a normal roll if you want, but you will be looking at your reflection in the mirror, or you can do it with disadvantage, which I'm assuming you're doing. So that's a hit, absolutely. And the good news is that is 10 more than the attack, so that counts as a critical hit.
So, I'll also +2 on top of this with the power of Iffy to add a couple of fire damage to the mirror just to warm it up a bit, see if that will help.
Yeah.
So if I drag that there, I'll right click to double it, and let's.
Some nice damage there. It absorbs
17 in total.
It absorbs some of it, but there is sort of a crackage in the mirror. Very nicely done. It seems to have some kind of hardness or some kind of resistance to it. And then we move to Zach.
I am going to move
At the
next
mirror.
to the mirror and not looking at it.
Yeah.
I'm actually trying to figure out if I can push it off the wall.
Give me an investigation roll. Very good. So this is a large, heavy mirror that has been very securely attached to this wall. You can certainly give me a strength athletics, but it's going to be a difficult thing to do. You could work at kind of getting rid of all the masonry and stuff, but that was going to take you hours. If you just want to try and rip it off, it's going to take some kind of miracle roll of athletics strength.
I'm going to try, but while shouting, I need someone who's stronger than me to make this work.
Okay. So yeah, you can do it. You can give me a strength athletics. It's embarrassing, I'm afraid. It truly is. I mean, technically speaking,
Crit fail.
it's a crit fail, and it's worse than a crit fail. So you know what? I'm going to be evil because I kind of, it is a cliffhanger. As you are pulling it, you slip, and you manage to catch yourself from falling. But as you do, you swing round, and guess who you see in the mirror? It is you, and it is Sakura, and she is looking very disappointed as we have entering the combat Zach. I mean, on a positive note, you look magnificent.
Hey, handsome, you are so judgy, lady. You are so judgy.
And I think that is the perfect cliffhanging moment as we move to this Drew here to call it tonight, as we have 2 imposters coming in to the game. I'm just going to correct that because they need to have the same hit points as the things. So excellent stuff. A good cliffhanger as you meet face to face with the most gorgeous entity in the entire world, Zach, yourself.
No, it's just me.
Perfect stuff. Thank you very much, players, for playing. We will continue in 2 weeks' time, seeing what is going to happen with all of this shenanigans here. Thank you very much to everybody in the stream, everybody watching and viewing. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks very much for all the subscriptions as well. We really appreciate that. That was very generous of you. Tomorrow night, we head east to the Untold Chronicles Court of Five Thunders. So please join us then. In the meantime, have a great Sunday. Take care, everybody. Stay safe.